So the next installment of my makeup collection, we have my foundations. Nearly forgot what the hell they were called then. Anyway, so I have them in an old Birchbox bottom. This was the one where they went back to old school last year when they did a retro box of how it was an anniversary or something of how many years they'd been going, and so they reverted to how the boxes were when they first released. So we, instead of the drawer boxes, we got like a box bottom and a box lid. So I've just reused that, and then inside then inside what I've done is I've cut up some cardboard and I've done like a crisscrossy pattern in order to be able to separate and stop my foundations from shifting. So if you have some old like subscription boxes hanging around and you don't know what to do with them, use them to organize your makeup. So yeah, so that is how I store my foundations. So let's go start off with the BB cream. Ignore this, I've just done another video. So this is the Rimmel BB cream in light. It's not light, it's pretty dark. If you are of fair skin, you're not going to like this, because this is like a summer BB cream for me, because I can get away with it in summer. In winter, it's not going to touch me. It's going to look too dark, and so yeah, that's why I've still got a lot left. So it says 9 in 1. It says long lasting up to 24 hours, hydration and even skin tone. Don't know how that's 9 in 1, but anyway. Oh, here it goes. 9 benefits in 1 are lightweight, long-lasting BB cream, hydrates for up to 24 hours, primes, helps protect from UV, helps minimise the appearance of pores, smooths, conceals and covers for an even skin tone, mattifies, brightens, and provides all day long comfort on the skin. So, not sure it does all of them, but it's a nice BB cream in the middle of summer, because light is not light, it's more like a medium. So just beware of that. The next one I've got is a Wake Me Up by Rimmel foundation. This is in the shade 1032 Ivory. I used this when I came back off my honeymoon because it's slightly too dark for me normally, but because I was really well tanned from the honeymoon, yeah, it suited me a lot better, so I managed to get some use out of it. I'm hoping that this summer, if I spend more time outdoors and doing more things outdoors, because I'm not an outdoorsy person, but if I spend more time outdoors in the summer, I might be able to use the rest of this up, because I was doing really well until my tan started to fade. So yeah, I do really like this Wake Me Up line by Rimmel. I loved their concealer, really need to pick that one back up, and I do really like this foundation. It's smooth, it's just really nice. I do have dry skin in the summer, but I do moisturize quite often. I do have a good skincare routine now, so this one sits really nicely on my skin. It doesn't pick up any dry patches, and yeah, it's really nice. It does kind of, I'd say it only lasts about 5 or 6 hours though. I wouldn't say it's a long lasting foundation. This one is my Max Factor Pan Stick, and I took this one on honeymoon with me. It is in the shade 12 True Beige, like that. and I took it on holiday with me because it was a stick foundation and I wouldn't have to include it in my liquids. So there was that. But then about halfway through, well, I'd say a couple of days into the holiday, I had to stop using it because the colour was too light for me. And I got back from a night out on the ship, and when I got back to my room, I suddenly noticed that my face was like this bright kind of white almost from the foundation, but the rest of my neck and my shoulders was like this beautiful tan brown, and I was like, yeah, I can't wear this foundation anymore for the rest of this holiday. So this is definitely a winter foundation for me, but I do love it because I just literally a couple of strokes onto my face, blend it in with a brush, and it is stunning. I absolutely love this foundation. I got this in TJ Hughes, and I love it. I want to go back and I want to pick it up because it was quite cheap as well. I think it was only something like £3.50 in there because they get all end of line stock and discontinued stock. So it's only something like £3.50. Definitely want to pick another one of these up, maybe in a darker shade for summer. So loving that. The next one I've got is the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and this is in the shade Golden Ivory or D1W1. I know a lot of people love this foundation, but I just haven't turned to it. I haven't really tried this out. It just doesn't call my name to say, hey, try me. It does say it has SPF 17 and it says it's super blendable, matches skin colour and texture. I wore this, my mother-in-law gave me this last year when we went on holiday for my husband's birthday. We went to sunny Skegness, or as my husband calls it, Skeg Vegas. And yeah, I wore it that week while we were away on holiday. But I haven't really worn it since, so I really should get into trying to use this more this year. So there's that. Okay, the next one I have is the Collection Illuminating Touch foundation, and this is in the shade Porcelain. I do like this foundation, I really do. My daughter loves the matte one of this Collection, I forget what the name of the matte one is, but she loves the matte formation of this foundation, but I like the glowy one because when you have dry skin, it's better to go for the illuminating one than the matte one. So yeah, I absolutely love this foundation. I am about here, so I've used about half of it. I do really like this one. I will wear this generally if I'm not going out or if I'm just, you know, wanting to put makeup on for the day, but I'm not really going out for the evening or anything. It's not to say that it's not a great foundation. It is a good foundation, but I just don't think it doesn't have a long-lasting power on my face. So that's why I don't wear it on like a night out or anywhere like that. So the next one I have is the Makeup Revolution The Matte Effect foundation, and this is in the shade Golden. It says it's a foundation which lasts up to 16 hours. I wouldn't know. I mean, how often do we wear foundation for 16 hours? But it is a good foundation. It's slightly dark for me, so it's a good summer foundation. This shouldn't work as well as it does, but it does work well. I was quite surprised at it, actually. Makeup Revolution seem to have stopped doing their foundations in the last sort of 6 months. A load of these got sent out as I got mine. in mystery goodie bags from Tam Beauty, and then all the foundations disappeared off Tam Beauty website. So, but recently they have started coming out with new concealers, so maybe they might be coming out with some more foundations in the near future. But this one is lovely. I really do like this one on my face. Again, this is more like a day-to-day kind of foundation. It's not one for going out, but I really do like it. And it was free. Can't beat free. The next one is my Body Shop, and it is the Fresh Nude Foundation in Kyoto Blossom, which is 015, sorry. And it is this shade. I have used to there. I'm down to, oh, see it better on this side. I'm down to here. I love this foundation. This foundation is so lightweight on your skin. You honestly cannot feel it on your skin. It is lovely. It's quite thin. It's quite watery. So if you're looking for a full coverage, this is not for you. But if you're looking for a lightweight, just a fresh nude foundation, something that looks like you're not wearing anything, but it evens your skin tone, this is the foundation I would suggest. I love it. I absolutely love it. I would say it is one of my favorites. This one and the next one I'm going to show you. I generally tend to mix this one with the next one I'm going to show you. The tone on this one really does suit my skin, but the tone on the next one it doesn't suit. So I mix the two together so I get the best of both worlds, basically. But yeah, I absolutely love this one. This one is quite expensive. It is £15. Not sure. Would I buy it again? Do you know what? I probably would buy it again. I probably would spend my money on this foundation again. That's how much I like it. It is just so nice. The pump works really well. And I love this foundation. So the last foundation I'm going to show you is the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour foundation. It is in the shade Porcelain, which is 015. This is way too light for me. Way too light for me. I'm not porcelain. I'm porcelain in the collection one, but not porcelain in L'Oreal Infallible. In fact, I think me and my husband went one day to Boots and we were checking out the shades, and I think the shade I am in the L'Oreal Infallible is 125, and I can't remember what the shade name is, but I'm 125, I think. So I was 2 shades up from the one I have here. So that's how light this is on my skin. It's way too light. Hence why I mix these two together. Oh, near catastrophe. Did you see that? What a catch. Oh, my heart was in my mouth. Oh, dear lordy lordy. Right, okay. For somebody who has anxiety, shocks like that really do sort of get my heart beating. Right, okay. So, yes, I love this foundation. I love the way that it works. I love the way that it sits on my skin. I love the way it blends. I love its staying power. I love this foundation. It's such a pain in the arse that I have to mix it with my other foundations because I got a shade too light. But you know what? I don't care. I love this foundation. And I would highly recommend it. I would really highly recommend it. Find your shade and buy it because yeah, I love this foundation. I love what it does. I love how it blends. I love how it sits on my face. I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, that is those. Then I have a couple of samples. So I have this Sport Effects sample, and it is the Balance Boosting BB Cream in the shade Light. It has an SPF of 20 and it says This confidence building tinted formula evens out skin tones, hides imperfections, and gives you flawless looking skin through your workout and beyond. For anyone who's unfamiliar with Sport Effects, it is a makeup brand made for sportswomen. Or men, if you want to wear makeup while you're working out. So yeah, it is a makeup brand for sportswear. So it's meant to be able to stand the test of sweating and working out and doing what you need to do while still looking amazing. I'm not sure I would wear makeup whilst working out. I'm not that way inclined, but I was very interested because in the middle of the hot summer, we generally sweat. We do because it's warm. So I thought this foundation might be good to test in the middle of summer when it's hot and warm. And if it works, then I might go out and buy the full size. I got this as a tester when I was buying something else. I can't remember. It wasn't makeup. It was something for my husband. And I happened to mention, oh, you have the Sport Effects brand here in the shop. I was shopping in Sports Direct. I said, oh, you've got the Sport Effects makeup brand. And they said, oh, yeah. Here, take a sample. And this was the sample they gave me. So, yeah, have a check in your Sports Direct shop and they might have the Sports Effects makeup brand in there, and give them a try. I can't tell you what it's like because I haven't tried it yet. This is a sample of the Este Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is in the shade Ecru. She did skin match me on my chin, here in the store. I worry about that because store lights are a little bit different to natural light, but yeah, I haven't had a chance to try it. I do have the primer to go with this as well, so I'm determined to try out this sample in the near future, so I'll let you know how I get on. It is a full cover foundation, I believe, and I don't generally get on well with full cover foundations, so we'll see. And talking of full cover foundations, this is a Clinique Beyond Perfecting sample pot, and it is in the shade 02. It's just a little pot like this. I went up to the counter and I just asked them if I could have a sample of their Beyond Perfection foundation, and this is what they gave me. This is full coverage as well, and I generally don't get on very well with full coverage foundations. I tried a sample of the Urban Decay All Nighter, and that was a full coverage foundation, and I just didn't get on well with it. So I'm a little bit unsure about this. I have tested this twice, I think. But it was like end of the night, just having a play with my makeup, and I wasn't 100% sure about it. So what I might end up doing with this is actually using it as a concealer, because I do like a full coverage concealer, but not a full coverage foundation. So that's how I might actually end up using this little pot, because I have had this, God knows how long, about 6 or 8 months. Yeah, it's definitely more than 6 months. So it could do with using up pretty quickly, pretty soon. So I might just actually start using this as like a full coverage concealer. So that was my foundations collection. If you liked it, please click like below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next